know that Singaporeans aren't really comfortable with the idea.
No, because everybody in the street goes, dating agency? No.
And you can see like their frown lines.
Yeah, they start thinking, nah, not for me.
No, but I actually talked to one of the leading dating agencies in Singapore as well, from lunchactually.com, Miss Violet Lim, and so she tells us all about the pitfalls of online dating and the appeals of it as well. Yeah.
Okay, so check out what she has to say.
Yeah.
Singles in Singapore nowadays, they are a lot more receptive and open to the idea of using a dating service. I think a lot of them see it as, outsourcing their social calendar. Because I think at the end of the day, like a lot of the people who use us, it's not like they are not able to like meet people on their own, but they just see this as like another avenue to help them like widen their social circle.
I see. But like, so basically, before we went from sort of viewing the idea of having a third party mitigate your love life, basically, we moved from seeing it as something negative as now more and more people are opening up to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Why do you think there is such a development these days?
Actually, online dating has a lot to do with it. It's quite interesting because previously, we moved from the era, of our grandparents or like great-grandparents where matchmaking is really acceptable. It's like the norm actually then. And then we moved to the era of free love, you should be able to choose whoever you want to date. And then that got like a bit more difficult because people are just so caught up at work, and that's where like online dating came in at one point. And people just see the internet as something like, it's just so easy, it's like I still can just go online and just like choose who I want to meet. So they don't feel that they are being matchmade. They still feel that I am in control. However, after using online dating for a while, then they start to see the pitfalls of online dating. Because
which are?
Okay, one of the difficulty of online dating is that you never really know who you are meeting.
True.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like men tend to like exaggerate their height, and women tend to exaggerate their weight. No, I mean try to like make themselves look slim. So I think after a while, some people they go through online dating process and they feel like a bit disappointed. But however, they are already used to the idea of using a third party.
I see.
So that's when like modern matchmaking or like dating services like ours, like it started to make a comeback because people are seeing that I'm already using a third party. Actually like this online dating service is a third party, but now I just want to take one step further and to make it like even more personalized.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, now in terms of the response, what kind of people do you guys attract?
Okay, there is a big myth out there, I would say, that people who like join dating services are people who are not able to find people on their own, or like in other words, people think that they are like single, desperate, and ugly.
Yes, the famous acronym.
But the truth is, people who join dating services are like people very much like you and I, like they are working, they are busy, and like sometimes because of the nature of their jobs, they are unable to like meet the right people. I mean, just to give you an example. Like I have had a lady client. She works in the construction industry. I mean, she's not a construction worker, but so it's like obviously like the people that she meets there. I mean, the guys that she meets there might not be suitable for her. Or like I have another lady client who's a teacher. So when you're a teacher, like most of the times, like teachers are like ladies. And the guy teachers apparently they tend to get snapped up really quickly. And like for guys, if you're in the IT industry or like engineering industry, is like mainly guys, so you also do not have a lot of opportunities to like meet up with the opposite sex.
You mentioned that you guys have an online portal, right, where singles can go and mingle online. So how about we take a look?
What we're living in, let me tell ya. And it's a world that man can eat at all. When things are big, that should be small. Who can tell what magic spells?
When I click on this person, right, for example, you can see, who he is, and then like if I have a webcam, then here's a webcam. then the session will just start. You know, it will last for like, let's say 2 minutes, and then we can just talk directly to each other. And then after that, the window will close, and then he will actually ask me like, do I want to exchange details with him? And then if I say yes, and then he say yes, and then our details will be exchanged. So you sort of know that like there's mutual interest.
I see.
Yeah, then you can take it from there. Like like you can send private messages to each other and things like that.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, as with a lot of online portals, though, you do get that occasional, dodgy sort of individual who's just posing as, a person was to date but has other intentions. So, have you had any sort of problems like that in the past?
So far, I would say that things have been going quite smoothly, and because we do have like a report user sort of button as well.
Okay.
So I mean, obviously, it's like if someone have had a very bad experience with this person, they will tell us, and then we'll investigate. And like if we get like 3 or more complaints on like a user, we'll like put the person's membership on hold so that this person cannot log in anymore.
What do you think is the greatest benefit or advantage of having this sort of online portal where singles can interact?
I think for us, right, even though we started off with Lunch Actually First, which is actually an offline portal, I always feel that different methods of dating works for different people. Like some people, like for example, like some of our Lunch Actually members might never use Interact, and vice versa, because their objectives might be different, or their budget for using a dating service might be different as well.
I see.
And I think what is so good about Interact is like it's very convenient. Like instead of like people having to go for like a speed dating event, like let's say where you only meet like let's say 10 people of the opposite sex at one time, like you can actually meet a lot of people in one evening and at the comfort of your own home.
Yeah.
Yep.
So and everything is just a click away.
Yes, that's right.